It's a beautiful day. I'm standing next to a beautiful SUV. Hi guys, I'm Editor James. Today I give you Hyundai Palisade. Alright, as always, let's start with the front. This is a facelift model of Palisade. Palisade is also sold in the US market as well, but this is a facelift model just released in South Korea. So I'm just here to compare a few things. There is no major change in exterior and interior design, but there are a few. Like I said, this is not a full change model, this is a facelift model. Alright, the first thing that you can see is the huge grills. It's not the radiator grills that I personally prefer, but on the picture, to be honest with you, I didn't really like it. But when I see the grill in person, I was actually amazed, because on the picture it looked like it was blocking all those airflow that goes inside an engine room, right? But it wasn't. Looking at all this dynamic dimensional patterns in the front makes this car look very standout. And one of the other few changes that Hyundai has made on the Palisade is the lights. Well, like when you look at these right now, right, it looks like it's a part of the grille, but this isn't actually a blinker, it's the side markers. And another few changes. The DRL, the pattern has been a little bit changed, and as for the headlamp right here too, there has been a slight changes. And also the bumper has gotten a little bit longer by approximately 15 millimeters. So the grille, the length of a bumper, the side markers, and the DRL and the headlamp are few of the changes that Hyundai has made on new facelift Palisade. When you look at the side, I really don't have much to say. Why? Because there hasn't been any major changes on the side other than the wheels. We have a 20-inch many multi-spoked rims in the front with the Michelin tires, and that's it. I can't find any major changes other than the design of the wheels. So everything else is pretty much the same compared to the very original generation. Ta-da! Now I'm in the rear. Okay, again, not major changes, but can you follow me please? Right here. Huh, what is that? Hey, we have a camera right here, and a camera right on the bottom here too. Two cameras? Okay, so this, you already know what it is. This is a rear view camera when you're backing, but this one is a camera for the room mirror inside your car. And again, not major change. The bumper has, slight changes, but that's about it. And even here, right, this pattern is right here, like a reflector. But yes, there has been a slight change too, but it's very hard to notice unless you are driving it at nighttime. So again, no major changes. I think the biggest change must be camera right here on the top. So everything else is pretty much the same. So again, not a full change model, it's a facelift model. Okay, so having these third row unfolded, right? Unfolded, this is how much space we have. So of course, if you fold the third row seat, you're gonna have so much more space, which I'm gonna show you in a little while. Now again, if you pull the strap, there is a little extra space. But of course, we have a fire extinguisher and then tire, the repair kit. So as you can see, I have placed the two bags right here just to show you what it looks like. Okay, so yes, I guess you can put about like 4 or 5 bags easily. Okay, all right. Come to the side, we have a second row, third row buttons, as well as the power outlet, right? This is a 7-seater, so the trunk space is not as big as 5-seaters, you know. But what this baby can do is it reclines completely to the front, and it is automatic too. You don't have to do it with your hand. This is automatic. And here on the right side too, here we go. Automatic. Oh, my life has gotten so much easier. So a touch-up button, the third row seats just reclines completely to the front, and now you see how much space we have in the rear. It's just a humongous space. I can literally probably lay down. Nah, I'm joking. I don't think I can lay down, but but it's really big. You want to see how big it is? So I just showed you that I reclined the third row seat. You know what? I'm gonna recline the second row seat too, and I'm gonna show you how big it gets. Here we go. Boom! That's super fast. I wouldn't say it's an automatic. Well, I guess it's an automatic, but it's not as fancy as the third row. All right, so let's just say you're camping or something, okay? You have to spend the night in your car or something. I'm 5'11", and that is 180 centimeters. So I want to show you if I can actually lay down in here. All right, here we go. It's not comfortable, of course. It's not your bed. It's very hard. But if you choose to sleep in your car, you can. So when you go somewhere, make sure you bring your pillow, you bring your blanket, okay? This is very long. All right, I'm getting into the third row seat. I don't look very comfortable, right? But this is the original seating position, but you can recline it a little bit more by pressing this button. So of course, fat people like me, or people with, I guess, height of 5'10", 5'11", you know, anywhere around there, wouldn't be too comfortable. But it shouldn't be a problem if kids are sitting in the rear. And even you are very tall or fat like me, right? You cannot put your legs, you can, but this is gonna be very uncomfortable. So yes, you can ride it, you can sit in here, but it's not gonna be very comfortable. So what I do is stick one leg out. You know what? Then it's not so bad. It's not so bad. So as we just saw from the back, right? With a touch-up button, the third row seats, they recline completely to the front. And you know what? This is a heated seats too. Heated seats in the third row. I haven't seen many cars with a heated and cooling seats in the front and even in the rear, but not on the third row. So as you can see right here, you see the buttons right here, right? This picture indicates that yes, they are heated seats. One in here and one in here. Now I'm on the second row seat. First thing first, look how much leg room or leg space I have. Oh my God, this is just another fucking level, you know? This is so huge. I think I can actually compare it to sitting in a Kia Carnival. You know, Carnival is a van, but this is an SUV. I don't think I have ever seen a car with this much space. I mean, I liked, you know, GV80, GV70, you know, Kia Sorento, all those SUVs, I really liked it, but I think, like, the space-wise, this is another level. This is another level. And this is my driving position too. And this beautiful white leather and the white interior. Well, when I first look at it, I'm like, oh my god, it's beautiful, but it's gonna take a lot of time to clean your car, but it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. And another thing I want to tell you is here, the climate control. Very nice and cozy, right? Very nice and cozy again. Cooling seats, heated seats. You can pretty much control everything. And another change that Hyundai has made on Palisade is that it's the armrest. You know, when you are reclining your seats using the lever on the side, usually armrest goes together with it. So if you go in the back, the armrest goes up. If you recline to the front, the armrest goes down. But what this can do now is you can set it up at the height however you like it. This is not a huge major change, but even if this is such a small change, it makes your driving more fun and it completes your satisfaction. As you can see, because of how this car was designed, it is impossible to have the panoramic sunroof. We have 2 air vents in the center as well as the lights. And then we have two air vents in the back. So yes, this also helps you to cool yourself down sitting in the back, right? And well, it doesn't have a panoramic sunroof because the 2 sunroofs are separated by the center. It actually gives you more space, I think. All right, now I'm on a driver's seat. All right, again, this is a facelift model, so there hasn't been a major change. But like there are a few changes that Hyundai has made on Palisade on a facelift model. The first thing is that it's the steering wheel. Alright, it's the beautiful white steering wheel, but yeah, as you can see on the picture, yes, the design of the steering wheel has been slightly changed. And as for the infotainment, the screen was enlarged from 10.25 inches to 12.3 inches. And again, another change is the air vents. Alright, the first generation, the air vent is stopped right here. But following the new trend, just like Genesis and all other cars, it has long, narrow, integrated air vent. It doesn't mean the whole thing is the air vent. Well, as you can see in detail right here, it's actually closed, but it made it look very long. I guess it makes the interior even look bigger by designing this way. So that's another change that Hyundai has made. And another change right here is the climate control. As you can see right here, this is a full screen touch, the climate control. The original version, I think you had only, the top part as the, screen, but this is like a full screen touch, climate control. So here, it doesn't give you a feedback, but it has a sound. According to what I remember, the first generation, they use the same material, but now they use 2 tones while matching the armrest right here. I guess it makes car a little bit more luxurious. So pushing this button, we have a cup holders and phone charging and everything. So yes, yeah, pressing this buttons like you have actually, what do you call it, the coverings. Earlier when I was reviewing the rear camera on the windshield, the rear windshield, camera is for the room mirror. You know what, this is the first time I'm actually experiencing room mirror, camera imaged pictures, but it's actually not so bad, except the one thing. Yes, the images, the pictures, everything is so clean and clear. But I see this light reflection. Like when you are looking at the pictures itself, it's very high quality. But because of the reflection, the light reflection, added to the room mirror, it's actually making your visibility worse. So I think that's something that Hyundai needs to improve. All right, it's my favorite. I gotta pop the hood. Ooh, wow. You know what? I think the car itself is so big, so maybe I was expecting a huge engine, but you know what? Actually, it makes me feel like, oh yeah, well, everything is enough, like enough space to place engine and everything. So it's a 3.8 liter natural aspirated, GDI engine. So, GDI engine, there are like, good things and bad things, but yes, just wanted to show you. And nowadays, even changing air filter has gotten so much easier. So all you gotta do is just pull it, right? Let's pull it. And then, yes, pull the lever down. Simply just pull the lever down on each side. Take it out, replace it. That's it. Yeah. Well, in Korea, we have two different models, right? Gasoline models and diesel models. A diesel, it's a diesel, so it gives you like, all this noise, but this is gasoline. It's not as quite as a hybrid or electric motor, but still quite enough. So that's what the engine room looks like. Now let's go for the drive. All right, now I'm on the road and, well, today is a Saturday, so, well, luckily there aren't too many cars on the road, which is really good day to filming. All right, first of all, this is a 3.8 liter. Like I said, 3.8 liter is kind of big engine in South Korea. It's a V6 and it's a gasoline, so it's a lot quieter than driving a diesel. Ooh, it's really nice and quiet. I really like it. The facelift model Palisade, it has 3.8 liter, 295 horsepower with 36.2 kilogram meter of a torque. So yeah, it's very smooth, and then 295 horsepower is not a little figure. It's enough. Just the fact that this car is very big, it doesn't make you seem that I'm going very fast. But when you put your foot on the accelerator, right? When you put your foot on the accelerator and then when you slightly step on it, you instantly know that, okay, I know what this car can do. So even though it's a very big car, I mean, it's not really was manufactured to speed, but yes, if you floor it, it will go. But it doesn't really have a kick like a small compact size cars. Knowing that you have enough power, I think, yes, your driving would not be uncomfortable at anyhow. So yes, 295 horsepower. I mean, nowadays cars, it produces a tremendous amount of power, right? Even EV cars, it gives you full torque even at the beginning. So yes, comparing electric vehicle and a gasoline model, it might be a little different view, but I'm saying, well, we have a common criteria, right? They are all cars, and then they use different power to perform it. So right now, yes, we're driving 3.8 liter Palisade, which I don't know, maybe in a few years we might not even have gasoline engines anymore, because yes, CEO Chung Yi-sun, I think that's the name, right? That's his name. He's gonna give his full effort in producing electric vehicles. Mostly, well, they are not even talking about making gasoline engines anymore. So it's gonna be all environmental and electric vehicle based manufacturers. But yeah, this might be the last gasoline model that I might be driving. Let me try to speed a little. I'm on a comfort mode. Whoa, it makes a noise, and oh, I know I have a power, and it's a big car. Okay, I didn't really floor it, just gently put my foot on the accelerator, but yeah, it's not fast because it's a big car, but it has enough power. I think this is how I feel. All right, I want to pass the car ahead of me. Then I know I can. Okay? Oh, I want to pass the light before it changes its color. I think I can, but I shouldn't. You know what I mean? So I just want to explain in a better way so you can understand how much power this car has. Like I said, 295 horsepower. That's close to 300, right? So it's not a little number. It's enough, to be honest. All right. Usually SUVs, when you are like driving a bumpy road, it's not so comfortable, but I wouldn't say it's very, very comfortable, because the cars that I have been, driven in the past, such as like Genesis and all that, right? They are so well made. So, but I think they share a lot of the same parts anyway. So yes, I don't feel that, oh my God, this car is so uncomfortable. It's not that. It's very comfortable. And knowing that how big this car is, it's actually amazing. You know what? This car, even though it's an SUV, it's just so much quieter when you are actually going on a bumpy road. It's so much better than my BMW, I think. Maybe it's time for me to change a car. I swear, being a YouTuber, being a car reviewer, it's a great opportunity to test all those new cars are released these days, right? But it also makes you think, okay, should I change a car? Should I get a new? You know what? It's like a drug. This car is the top of the line. We call it Calligraphy model, right? And this is a front-wheel drive, and I think you can also choose all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. I mean, they're slightly different, but yes, I think Palisade has the four-wheel drive as an option, so I think you can choose it. But what we are test driving today is a two-wheel drive. So, and the top of the line is a Calligraphy. That's what we are driving right now. It's a super quiet. I wish I brought my kids today, so have them actually sit in the back and then ask them, so how you feel, is it comfortable, do you have enough space? I mean, when it comes to space, I mean, I proved it. Even my fat butt didn't have any problem. And when you are usually sitting in the back, right, your knee bends backwards and your skin touches against each other, right? But it had so much space. The space is so big, like where your skin meets when you bend your knees, right? I didn't have that. So all around it was very nice and soft, like a baby skin. But right now, yes, my co-editor sitting in the passenger seat, and hey, how do you feel? Is it comfortable? All right, good. So yeah, I'm pretty sure even people at my size, I don't know about people who are a little bit taller or a lot taller than me, but right now, as you can see, I do have space, enough space that I don't, my hair, it actually doesn't touch it. But other cars, the driven cars, some cars my hair actually touched. So, but what can I say? Like I said, Palisade, GV80, they are the biggest SUVs that Korean car manufacturers make in South Korea. So yes, when it comes to size, I can guarantee you, if you're about my size, it shouldn't be a problem. Another thing I want to add is that the front windshield. Wow, you know what? I think the visuality, the car is so wide, right? So it seems like I can see pretty much everything, as if I'm driving on like minivan or a bus. Wow, the view I get from the front windshield is just amazing. All right, so I have also noticed that this car is awfully quiet, even though it's an SUV. Double layered, double, one, two, double, even in the back. Wow. 20 years ago, when people driving Hyundai, I used to say like, oh my God, you know what? Why are you driving the piece of shit? But right now, Hyundai is on another level. I think even in the States right now, I think people drive more Hyundais and Genesis than Toyotas and Hondas. Hopefully. But yeah, I was a VTEC guy. There's something about driving, 90s VTEC engine. But nowadays, like when I look at Hyundais and Kia cars, they're just amazing. I'm not saying just because I'm a Korean, but I'm only look at the cars. I don't care if it's German, I don't care if it's Japanese, I don't care if it's Korean cars. I look at what it can do and what it does. But Korean cars have gotten so much better. It's just amazing. The problem is I have no money. That's why I need more subscribers. Please, I'm begging you. Speed bump without braking. Usually when you go over speed bumps driving on SUV, you know what? It actually gives you, how can I say? It has a lot of impact, but it's rather smooth. I'm actually surprised. All right, let me change it to sports mode. Ooh, the cluster changes to red. Well, I do get a faster response on the accelerator. Well, like I said, this car is a two-wheel drive, but as an option, if you pay a little bit more, I guess you can choose the four-wheel drive. You remember like a terrain mode, mud mode, snow mode, and all that. I think it also adds up. But this is a two-wheel drive, so you don't have a terrain mode. It only has mode to switch from eco mode, comfort mode, and the sports mode. It usually snows quite a bit in South Korea, so yes, I think if you are choosing an SUV, it might be better to get a four-wheel drive. But of course, where you live, it doesn't snow very much, then I guess two-wheel drive it should do. Alright, there's a little bit of a space, so let me try to accelerate how fast it can go. It wasn't like, wow, this car is super fast, but it's like a big heavy box, like I'm like throwing a big heavy box at somebody. So yes, if I do accelerate, it will go, but it's not super fast. It's not super fast as other Genesis SUVs or Kia Sorentos that I have driven before. But still, like I said, it's enough. I want to pass that car, I can. Okay? Why? Because I can. But yes, it's enough, and looks like it gives you a little more roaring sound since I'm in a sports mode. But it also consumes more gasoline. Listen to this. Can you hear the outside noise or the noise that can come from the road, the pavement? No, right? That's what Hyundai can do. I'm pretty sure other car manufacturers does a great job too, but I like a Hyundai and Genesis because they have improved a lot in such a short time. So according to Hyundai homepage, right, all these driving assistant function have gotten better. So I guess you can't really feel it like unless you are pushing your car to an extreme situation. So, but I'm thinking that they said they have gotten better. All those driving assistant function have gotten better. So I'm thinking that it probably gives you a faster response. Maybe the sensor and all that are slightly more accurate compared to the first generation. So it's really hard for me to actually say, hey, oh my god, the LKA, it's so much better compared to the first generation. I wouldn't know that. I'm not a computer. So, but that's what Hyundai promotes, and then that's what Hyundai say it, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure it have gotten better. Today I got a chance to drive Palisade Facelift model. It didn't have too many changes, to be honest with you, but those small changes made your ride, made this car more practical. I'm a father of two, so yes, I'm looking into buying a bigger car these days, but I think, wow, Palisade might be a good choice because it is not only big, but it is comfortable and it is very reasonable when it comes to money. Thanks for watching the video, and please smash that like button if you find this video useful. We'll come back with a better review next time. Goodbye.